This is Channel 4 News, the 5 o'clock report.
Good evening. Welcome to the 5 o'clock report. It appears the final chapter has indeed been written on financially plagued Bishop College, and we'll have that story in a moment. But first, in New Orleans, no word yet on that big question at the Republican National Convention. Who will be the GOP candidate for vice president when Vice President George Bush moves up to the top of the ticket? For the latest, we go live to the Channel 4 News Sky booth at the Superdome and Clarice Tinsley. Clarice?
Hi, Craig. Here in New Orleans, the Republicans have opened and closed their first floor session, and a Texan was among those taking center stage. Judge Roy BARRERA, Jr. of San Antonio was selected to introduce former Delaware governor and former presidential candidate Pete DuPont. BARRERA praised all former GOP hopefuls for bringing strong ideas to the party.
As a party, we Republicans have always believed in healthy competition, and the vigorous discussions of the issues that took place during the primaries has left us a stronger, more united party, a party of ideas and integrity, not cynical political expediency. No man.
BARRERA says the Democrats are guilty of packaging an empty platform and an issueless candidate. With us now is George W. Bush, the eldest son of Barbara and George Bush, and thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Word is that your dad has consulted top staffers and family members about his VP choice. Has he discussed it with you, and if so, what did you advise him?
Absolutely. I can remember a conversation around our dinner table. The entire family was there. He said, "What's your opinion?" We all gave him our opinion, and he gave no response.
What was your...
like?
I
can't tell you. I finally have made some friends on the political trail, and it would irritate them if they thought I wasn't for them. But truth of the matter is, whoever he picks, our family is more than willing to back. He knows better than anybody in the country who would be a good vice president. I tell you this, what will happen is he is not going to tell anybody, Barbara Bush, Jim Baker, or anybody, until he comes to New Orleans tomorrow. And I don't know when the announcement's going to be, but I suspect he's made up his mind.
You think the decision has been made?
I think so, yeah. But he's smart, and he knows what he's doing, and it's made the convention very interesting.
It certainly has. Do you think the word's going to leak out before the Thursday announcement to the Texas delegation?
It won't leak out if he doesn't tell anybody, and he knows that, and that's why he's not going to mention a word of it.
Okay. Here at the convention and on the campaign trail, we're going to see more of the Bush family stumping for your father. How soon will we see you, your father, and the rest of the family in Texas?
Well, I'm going to be there Friday with Phil Graham, campaigning around the state. My brother Jeb, his wife Columba, and George P. Bush, another George Bush in our family, who you'll get to see tomorrow night lead the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, will be campaigning in South Texas with Roy BARRERA. So you'll see a lot of the Bushes. Texas is vital. I'm convinced George Bush will carry Texas because Texans are going to want a Texan for president, not a guy from Massachusetts. But we're ready to fight.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us, George W. Bush. Craig, we're just hours away from President Reagan's big night here at the convention. At 6 o'clock, Richard Ray will look at Mr. Reagan's unshaking hold on the GOP and how George Bush plans to step into the forefront. We're also going to hear from some of the 111 Texas delegates here in New Orleans. We'll see you at 6. Craig, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Clarice.